Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. This is Jared at 3C's Recreation. I am so excited to share an all-new model from Beta. It's not hard for me to get excited to talk about Beta stuff in general. As you can tell, last year we were the 5th largest Beta dealer in the country. So thank you guys for all the support last year. We appreciate it. And 2024 has been a great year for us so far as well. So much going on here at the shop. If you follow our YouTube channel, you will see we're always at races, we're always at events, riding, everything. So we're so involved with the brand. I feel like we have a lot to offer, knowledge based on what Beta is doing. So let's jump into this video. Okay, so for today, Beta is introducing an all-new 2025 model. We actually get to order these later today, which is exciting. And they're telling us that we will see them sometime in August. So that's pretty cool. It's actually pretty early for Beta. Typically, they're more true to the calendar year. So people always call because you see the KTMs in the showrooms already. People are already buying 2025s. And Beta typically doesn't even release their 25s until like September. And race editions we never even see until December. So Beta is more of a calendar year brand rather than like, like big automotive companies. Like you're driving a 2025 Chevy halfway through the year. So KTM is more like them. Beta is more like a calendar year. So this new model is interesting to me. I'm not sure in my showroom. We do really well with the RR model. As I said, we saw a ton of Betas earlier. And that RR was a really good model for us. I enjoyed the RR. In fact, there's a 350 RR that I built for myself. It's out here in the showroom. I did some sprint enduros on that, and I really liked that RR model the way it was. So kind of nervous that they're taking that away from me. And I almost feel like Beta is combining the RR and the Xtrainer here. I feel like they're morphing that into one bike. So I'm not sure what the future holds for the Xtrainer, and we're going to jump into that now. So let's go there. So watching our channel, you guys know that we've taken a Beta Xtrainer and we've turned it into basically a race weapon. So actually, last weekend at Tough Lake Roar, my best friend Mark Fortner, he rode the bike and he was 8th fastest in qualifying. I just posted a video. Actually, it's uploaded, but it won't be posted until tomorrow now because this video is jumping in front of it. Mark was behind Cody Webb and Tristan Hart for 7 minutes. Mark stayed with those guys on our 3Cs built bike. Here's his number plate from last year that he ran at the fall series. So Mark's got tons of time, tons of experience on the Beta Xtrainer that we built. And I kind of feel like this model is going after that hard enduro crowd. So they're taking away the standard RR. So, and if you come in the showroom, no more RR model. It's going to be this X-Pro, RRX-Pro. So, not a big fan when they keep like adding things to the names of bikes. Like, let's just make it a whole new name. But that's what they're doing. So it's called an X-Pro. So something else we have to keep track of in the showroom here. So first of all, I really like the styling of it. If you look at the pictures, and Beta's pretty stingy when they do these press releases. You get like 2 little pictures of the bike in like 1x1 square. So you're like trying to blow it up. It gets pixelated. So from what I can tell so far, I think the shrouds look really cool. I'm happy with that. Front fender looks almost identical, but the side shrouds are different. And as we scroll down here, I'm just going to kind of go over some of these stats with you guys. So there's still going to be 8 models offered. It's still going to be all the 2-stroke stuff, 125, 200, 250, 300. And then the 4-stroke side of things is the same. So 350, 390, 430, and 480. So the engines don't sound like they changed at all. So we're not talking engine characteristics in this video. We're talking chassis stuff. The biggest takeaway from this that I've read so far is that the bike is going to be 20 millimeters lower. And I converted that to inches for all of us Americans. And that was 0.787 inches lower. So not quite an inch lower. And I think that's really important because customers come into our showroom and they sit on a brand new Beta. They like barely get their leg over the bike and they're like tippy-toeing. And I always feel like the showroom is really tough anyway for these bikes because they settle. So people come in and they're like super nervous. Like, oh my gosh, I read in the book that this bike was supposed to be a lot lower than what it's doing or what it's showing here. So what I usually do is I'll pull my bike out of the back and the customer can like sit on my bike that's kind of ridden in and it's got like 10 hours of time on it. And they're like, oh, I'm way more comfortable. I can touch flat-footed. So In the showroom, it's always been really tough to sell a Beta, but now I think it's going to be a little easier because we're starting 3/4 of an inch less, and then when it settles in, it should be even better. So lower is good for that customer. Again, the cross trainer customer, I don't think it's good for me. I don't want the bike lower. I'm 6'5", but I didn't want the race edition features. So Beta's really going different with this model here. So we talked about the different engine packages. We talked that it's going to be lower. And what they're doing is a whole new front fork. And I only have like a little paragraph here to explain or to even know myself what's going on. But they're calling it a ZF SHC front fork. It's a lighter front fork, and how they did this is they're only doing one spring in the front. So only one side is going to get a spring. I think it's still a 48 millimeter fork. So what they're doing here is we're going to take a lot of our cross trainer customers and we're going to sell them this bike now. People wanted the lower seat height of the cross trainer. They wanted the oil injection, which is still on the 2-strokes, but they wanted better suspension. So like you go to all these hard enduros, and like our bike, we took a KYBs and put them back on the bike. But you see all these people doing like the inserts and the cartridge kits on their cross trainer, trying to get the bike high, like better ride quality. They want to go faster. So I don't know. I like two different, like one spring is going to be really soft. So my RR customer, I can't wait to ride one because I need to actually ride it to confirm this, but I think it's going to be really, really soft, which isn't what everybody wants. So I don't know. I'm really torn with what they did with the front forks. I know there's single spring front forks on the market everywhere. I shouldn't be as nervous as I think I am. Maybe it won't be too soft. Let's put it that way. But for the cross trainer guy, it's going to be stiffer. So this bike's right in the middle of the RR and the cross trainer on suspension stuff. So the rear shock, they said they revalved it. That's the same. Obviously, the frame was tinkered with. They said that the frame geometry matches more the race edition and the RX, which is the moto bike. So even though it's lower, it has all the same welds and gussets to be stronger than before. And honestly, I never had a problem with my RR flexing or anything weird. So cool. Thank you for changing the frame. I don't think us average riders are going to notice that. So interesting on that. Just reading down through here, I don't know. It comes with a front pull strap. They're like $8 on the shelf. The guys do run them in hard enduros. So is Beta like going after a hard enduro crowd with this RR model? I don't know. Hard enduros are kind of growing. You know, like a Tough Like Roar, Mark said there was a ton of contestants, but not everybody's doing that. You know, like 300 riders isn't enough to like design a whole bike after, I don't think. So I don't know where Beta's going with this model. Like you're taking the RR out of the showroom, and now we got a softer, more cross trainer like feel bike. So now I'm gonna have to push a lot more people to the race edition, I think. So you come in the showroom and you're probably gonna go right to the race edition now, unless you're looking for a hard enduro bike. So my showroom is now gonna have a cross trainer, beginner bike for sure. If they keep it, I don't know. Then you're gonna have this RR X-Pro hard enduro bike, and then you're going to have a woods race bike in the race edition. So they did give this bike the new rear brake master cylinder. So if you watched our video on the race edition models, it's like that longer master cylinder, and it holds more fluid basically, so it stays cooler longer. They did give this bike Xtrainer flex fit bar mounts. So I've never run those, but apparently it's like a softer, less vibration coming through the handlebar. They did move the map switch up to the middle of the handlebar there, which is pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the map switch anyway. I don't know. It works, but is it enough to keep it on there and have it as an option? If you guys use your map switch, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of it. And then oil injection, the 2-strokes, of course, that's a huge hit. It's been super reliable. Like, we've never had a bike fail in all of the bikes that I've sold because of oil injection. So you can keep oil injection on there. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm glad they left it on there. The 4-strokes do retain the traction control. Again, if you watch my video, me riding my 350, I can't figure out what it does. I'm not a I'm not going to talk the traction control up in the showroom. That's for sure. You're not going to walk in, I'm going to go, buy it because of traction control. Not going to happen. One thing I'm not happy about is this new electronic key. I hate that. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to install it on the bikes that I sell here at the dealership. If you want the electronic key, I will give it to you in the package, and you can take it home with you. So my experience with this electronic key has been bad. So in fact, the 2024 cross trainers that were supposed to come with this key, Beta told us not to even install them. So my issue is there's these two little batteries, and I've got a video on this so you can scroll down on the channel. If these two batteries fail in this little packet behind the number plate, you're done. Like, you're dead in the water. You better have spare AA batteries with you in your water pack to put in here so your key works. Because if there's no power going to the key, your bike doesn't start. Not a big fan of that. So I wish they would have left that feature in Europe. I don't want that over here in America. I don't think we need that. That's hard enduro guys aren't looking for his bike to quit halfway up a rock face. So maybe I'm making more of a deal out of that than I should be, but I don't think so. Also, they added a coolant recovery tank. So, interesting. I would maybe rather have seen a cooling fan kit than a catch tank. So, I feel like all of my race bikes, if we use these, we're going to rip that tank right off. We're going to put a cooling fan kit on it and go back to normal life. I can't wait to see where they hid this recovery tank. Is it underneath the skid plate? Is it like a Honda? I don't know. There's no pictures of the recovery tank yet. It's got to be down lower, so it's got to be under the motor. That's all I can think of. We talked about the front rescue strap, and of course, bold new graphics, so we can't forget about those. So graphics kind of wrap it up. They still have the diaphragm clutch. They still have electric start, except the 125. It still shows the Kickstarter. Good news is they're still going to offer the backup kickstart kit. We sell a ton of kickstart kits around the country every day via drop shipping. So I'm happy that the kickstart kit is still an option. Some brands aren't doing that. I should also say I'm happy these are not fuel injected. So Beta did not come out with fuel injection. Thank you so much. Carburetor works great. We don't want any extra sensors. I'm sure it's coming next couple years, but let us live with a carburetor as long as we can. So thank you for that. The bikes do come with skid plates. They didn't talk about the fuel tank being any different in size, so I'm going to assume it is still a 2.5 gallon tank. I'm going to assume that because it looks similar, and I hope they didn't make it smaller. You can't build this hard enduro model and then make it a smaller gas tank. Our Beta cross trainer, we did put the bigger IMS tank on that bike. And then the biggest thing is price. The 125 and 200 stayed the same, but the rest of the model range all decreased by like 200 to 300 bucks. So in today's world, buying a bike for less money is incredible. That doesn't happen. You know, most of the time retail is increasing on everything. So, but it's not the exact same model. So just to recap, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this model. I don't know if you're like an older gentleman, like I'm just going to, if you're in your 60s and you want a really good trail bike, I think this bike is perfect for you. I think it's going to be super soft, super plush. If you want to go ride the Colorado backcountry, you want to ride the Georgia clay, this bike is perfect for that. I guess that's good. I guess that's what this model is going after. And then if you want to race, I'm going to sell you the race edition. So it's always hard as a dealer when you have something for so long, it's hard to change and see the differences there. Can't wait to get them in. I can't wait to ride it. I've always thought that the race editions were too stiff, and that's why because I had 2 broken wrists, I'd rather have a softer ride. That's why I choose the RR. So maybe I'll like this. Maybe I'll be a big fan of this X-Pro RR. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please stay tuned. As soon as they come in, of course, you're going to see walk around videos, and we're going to ride them. Like everything on our channel, we ride everything, all the Beta stuff. So please consider subscribing to our channel. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you soon in the trail.